Hello guys, this is Lost with James, and we're doing movie reviews classic. This is I decided this time to do some classic ones that I know were very good ones. And I think we're not working in any particular order, are we? Start with Chariots of Fire. I like this movie. It's about a Christian. It's actually about a Christian and a Jew, and they have simultaneous storylines. The Christian is a missionary, and he wants to run for Scotland, in which he ends up running for the England team because England owns Scotland. And he talking about not running on Sunday because the heats were on Sunday and the qualifying heats, and he decided not to run, and God blessed him, and they helped him get another day to run, and he still got the gold medal for that. So you saw all that. And the other one is the Jewish person. He wanted to run too and win, and so you saw that. His story is he ended up winning too. But it's two different. I mean, it's really, one's the Christian story. I don't think most people knew the Jewish side, but the Christian one, that's the one who's up here. That's the main thing about that. But then you got the Jewish story too, where he's a college student, so you see all his friends and buddies in college, and they're both pursuing excellence, and they both won. But it's so what it is, so you got the Jewish person, the Christian person, but the main story is the Christian one. But since they were all friends, and they apparently all supposedly knew each other, because they were all on the same team. But it's a great movie, great music. My sister likes it. Won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture in 1981 when they won it. So I guess it came out maybe the copyright's 1981. So I guess they filmed it about 1980. So, but it's a really Chariots of Fire, really good Christian movie.
She pretty much told you about the whole movie. I'm just going to say there's a lot of running involved, so if you like running track, that's a good movie to motivate you to run. If you want to work out, so watch that movie. They do a lot of it. And as far as the Jewish side and all that stuff, I didn't really catch any of that. I just saw a bunch of guys running and having dreams to run and be the best runner. So that's what I got out of it, just a bunch of motivation about, hey man, if you want to put your mind to it, believe God for it, and you just try to do that stuff. But it's a good movie though. It's an old school movie. I was born in 1980, so if they won, I was 1 year old when they won that award. So needless to say, I didn't get to see it until I was much older.
One thing was funny about the Jewish dude. Ben Cross did it. He's the father on the Star Trek 2009. I don't know if he appeared on any, Spock's father appeared on any of the other Star Trek movie. But he did say something that was funny. They were talking about him winning, and he was like, "Are you going to win at all costs necessary?" He said, "Not at all costs, but I do aim to win within the rules," because the people were getting upset because he was using a professional trainer. But both of them won their medals, and it's based off a true story too, so both these people actually lived. And I think the character, the Jewish person died in 1978, and the year of the time was born. And the one who this is based off, the runner, he died in occupied China, so I guess it was at the end of World War II. So it's based off real life events, so that's a great story. Next one is the 10 Commandments. I didn't have this is Ben-Hur and the 10 Commandments, but I didn't have the thing for the 10 Commandments. But but I can hold up the little thing. 1956, classic movies. These are all judo Christian movies. I guess there's all this 10 Commandments. The music's great, storyline doesn't necessarily follow the Bible with some certain points and aspects. Because for instance, the Bible says God told Moses that Pharaoh would say no. So, in the movie where everyone's acting shocked that Pharaoh said no, that's not true, because in the Bible, God actually told Moses it wasn't going to say no. But it's a very good movie. Carlton Heston was in both of these movies that we're going to review, but he did a good job. And the music, the writing, Yul Brynner was Pharaoh. He was Ramses, and Baxter was the thing. Of course, it's great. I really like the movie. I just did. The music's really good, and God talking was fun too. That was that. No, that wasn't scriptural either. But God, when God was given the Ten Commandments, wasn't scriptural either. Because the Bible says God talked to the people and told them the commandments, and God wrote them. But this one, they compressed it, so they had the little ending scene. But it was a really neat movie, and they used real live people too. There were no CGI people. So that all those thousands and thousands of people, that was good. What do you think about the movie?
You said enough about it, man. Shoot, man, ain't not much to say about it other than it's a good movie and it tries to follow like the plagues and everything. I think that's a really good thing on that. I think it's a really good movie. A must watch for people that haven't seen it. It'd be worth watching it. You won't be disappointed. Good movie right there. They don't make movies like that anymore. Nowadays it's all fake and graphics and crap like that. But this movie right here, like you said, all these people are real. So when you see crowds of like hundreds of people, it's hundreds of people for real, which is sort of neat how they used to film stuff back then. So I think that's a really good thing. And the other movie, Ben-Hur, like pretty much, it's the same thing, pretty much goes on the guidelines of it. It's about a guy. I love Ben-Hur. It's a good movie, man. It's like a hero back in the day. It's like a gladiator for, just religion itself. He runs across Jesus a couple times in this movie, and it shows how Jesus changed his life throughout this movie. So it's pretty interesting how it's like it intertwines, like he runs across Jesus. So it's pretty neat, and it just shows how you can be betrayed by your best friend. And, you can't trust anybody except for God. So that's pretty much how that movie shows you how true that is. And his life just basically getting screwed over. God brought him back to the top. So it's pretty good movie. It's long, so please be ready to have an intermission.
Both these movies have intermissions. This one is.
Yeah.
Oh, does it say? Ten Commandments is 231 minutes. That's under 4 hours, and Ben-Hur is 224.
Yeah, see, I mean, they actually have intermissions. Like, okay, you're watching it, and it's like intermission. Oh man, I told them we should make movies like that now, man. You know how you watch like let's say people go to watch these like movies that have like several parts, like 1, 2, and 3. If they actually had one whole huge movie that had an intermission, your ticket would be worth it. Because you pay a ticket.
Well, then you wouldn't have to watch a 2-hour movie, then come back 1 or 2 years later.
Yeah, you
1 year later and finish the movie.
Actually, like, have your ticket in the morning or in the evening, and then like intermission for about an hour, and then come back and watch another. It'd be worth it though, because a lot of people want to know what happens next. Well, then you could actually watch what happened next instead of waiting till next year.
Yeah, go home. Yeah,
and that's what's good about these movies. They have a little intermission. You can actually go get you a soda, dinner. Something else.
Yeah, what?
And then come back and then be able to be able to watch the rest of it. So stretch your legs, you know what I mean? Talk about the first part with people like, man, that was interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen next. You can actually find out what happens instead of waiting a year. So that's one thing good about those movies, man. But it's good.
Yeah, this was neat. The intermissions are interesting because they do the setup and then the end. That's what they did in the Ten Commandments. This was I like the movie. It is about a Jewish person and Jesus. The time frame, like everything Law said. Has great horse races. The horse race was in. I couldn't watch it.
Very graphical, man. Very graphic.
It was wow.
That's what happens when a man and a horse get into it.
So
literally get into it.
Man lost. It was
sports. It shows sports back then. That was a big sport back then. Horse racing. We're not talking about like the guys or individual horses like in these derbies. I'm talking about chariot racing.
Real Chariots of Fire.
Yeah. And it was hot, man. It was it, man. Thousands of people come watch horses go around the ring, So it's a pretty intense little movie, man. That was good. And then there's a war scene where he's on a ship. So
the battle scene. And then
you can watch death
that
too.
Was
people
kind
died
that
in
was
that thing
bad.
too. It was very good
because they tied the people down. They
didn't want people getting away.
That was sad. Yeah, because some people.
Who would, right? If you had somebody that was a slave,
they say some people. That's how Israel got into bondage. Ten Commandments, because they said if someone attacked them, they thought the Israelites would join the other team. So that might be one reason why they chained them to the oar, so they couldn't get up and start fighting the Romans.
Oh no, negative, because it wouldn't matter if they got up and fought.
No,
because if you get attacked, you ain't caring who. If I'm wearing green and my green people attack your red people both, if you ain't wearing green, you done anyway. So it don't matter if you fight other people too.
But
you done. This ain't like the Quest. It ain't like the Quest where you know, Van Damme's like beating up people and stuff, and then but. You know, back then everybody looked the same, so he's up there beating up people, and the guy actually sees him beating up people that are bad. But they all look the same to me, man. They all look like little sailors and stuff fighting, and then Van Damme's out there fighting with all these sailors. He looks like everybody else. See, in this movie right here, though, they don't look like everybody else.
They look like slaves.
If you was a slave, you look like a slave. Guess what? You'd be dead like a slave too. You go down with the ship. That's exactly.
No, because remember the man.
Another mouth to feed.
The old man this is a picture of him. The old man said, if it's the other, because he saves the man in charge of the ship. All of y'all should know this story if you don't know. But
well, they don't know. That's why we're doing the movie.
But anyways, he said if he saw it's life for him, freedom for him, or death for the Roman if it's the other person. But he kept the Roman person alive. It was really sad. It won This won 11 Academy Awards.
He used the same words that old man said. He's like, "Oh, you're alive to serve this ship.
You're alive to serve this ship." Real well. It's a nice movie. It is true about family. This is a real Friends. This is him and Masala. That was really sad what they did, but you saw how his friend did the world's way, stepping on people to get to the top, and it just destroyed his entire.
And it did great for him until he reaped what he sowed later on.
Yeah, so he went from slave. He was a prince in Judah, went slave, became the son of a consul in Rome. It's a really good movie, and Carlton Heston was in it. The music's great. There's a music-only track. Oh, I don't think I'll watch that because it'd be 2 hours and it'd be 220-something minutes of non-stop music. But the music's good on Ben-Hur, and it's a really good movie about faith and about Jesus. You don't necessarily. Oh, Jesus gave him the water, no water for him. So yeah, he did see it, but it's a very good movie. The Lord blessed. I like the movie, and it is a. Carlton Heston was the star of it, and that's it. Anything else about that? Ben-Hur, they're really good movies. They're all-nighter movies, so it's not like let's watch 3 movies and go to bed. Just you watch one and you're done. Maybe someone should re-release it.